right, this is the second half. Number 15, we have 8n minus 14 is less than or equal to 13n plus 6. First thing I'm going to do is get my 13n over to one side. 8 minus 13 is negative 5. Negative 5n minus 14 is less than or equal to 6. Add 14. Negative 5n is less than or equal to 20. Divide by a negative, I'm going to MD and F it. N is bigger than or equal to negative 4, which is C. Negative 2 times 3x plus 2 is bigger than or equal to negative 6x minus 4. Distribute. Negative 6x plus a negative 4 is bigger than or equal to negative 6x minus 4. Moving my 6x over, they cancel. I get negative 4 is bigger than or equal, cancel, negative 4. That's a true statement because negative 4 equals negative 4. So this would be all real numbers, and that is C. Okay, the next one, I'm going to, first step, combine this like terms on same side. I am not going to do the opposite here because it's on the same side of the inequality. 10x plus a negative 7 would be 3x. Minus 10 is bigger than or equal to 3x minus 2. Get my 3x to one side. I get negative 10 is bigger than or equal to negative 2. That's false. The bigger the negative, the smaller it is. So you would say no solution, which is D. 17 is D. 18. 18, it says, which graph represents all real numbers that are greater than or equal to negative 8 and less than 8. So that tells me it's an and statement. So it's going to look something like this. X is smushed in between, and X is smushed in between negative 8 and 8. However, it says all real numbers that are bigger than negative 8, so I can't equal it, and less than 8, so I can't equal it. So it should be two open circles smushed in between negative 8 and 8, and that is A. 19. All real numbers that are less than negative 7 or greater than 14. That tells me it's an or statement. So I have less than negative 7, so I can't equal it, or greater than 14. Greater than 14, it doesn't say I can equal 14 either, so I should look like this. So I should have an open circle at negative 7, an open circle at 14, and it looks like its match is C. 20. Solving compounds. Well, this is just lesson. Negative 2 is less than 4x minus 10, which is less than 6. I'm going to add 10 to all sides. Negative 2 plus 10 is an 8. And now I divide everything by 4. 2 is less than x, which is less than 4. If you were to graph it, it'd be an open circle at 2 and 4, x smushed between, and it looks like its match is D. 21. 2x minus 2 is less than negative 12, or 2x plus 3 is bigger than 7. Solve both of them. 2x is less than negative 10, adding 2 to both sides. X is less than 5, dividing by 2. Subtracting 3 over here, you should get 2x is bigger than 4, x is bigger than 2. If I were to graph this myself, I'm not looking at the matches yet. I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one says x is less than 5. This one says x is bigger than 2. They actually end up smushing together, so it's an and statement there. Oh, this should be negative 5. I messed up. That should be negative 5. So I should have an open circle at negative 5 and an open circle at 2, and that looks like A. Okay, 22. Wants to know what is the graph of parentheses negative 8, comma 2 bracket. Well, I can already tell it's going to be an and situation. My first number is negative 8. I am an open circle because it's a parentheses, and I'm going to 2. 2 is a bracket, so it's going to be a closed circle, and I'm an and statement, so I'm smushed in between them. So an open circle at negative 8, closed circle at 2, smushed between, that's letter C. 23. How would we write x is bigger than or equal to negative 6 and x is less than negative 3 in interval notation? First thing I would do is graph it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I have bigger than or equal to negative 6 right here, less than negative 3 is right here, and I'm smushed between. So my eyes go from left to right. What do I have first? I have a negative 6. Negative 6 is included, so it's a bracket, comma. The next number I have is negative 3. I did not color that in, so it's a parentheses. So it should be negative 6 bracket, negative 3 parentheses. That is letter C. 24. It wants to know what is the graph of negative infinity to negative 8 or 6 to infinity. So that tells me it's an or statement because I have infinities involved. So I'd have this negative 8. It's a parentheses, so it's an open circle going that way. A 6 in parentheses, open circle going this way. So an open circle at negative 8 and an open circle at 6. Now it looks like we are letter C. 25. The absolute value of x plus 10 equals 1. I have to get my absolute value sign alone before I make my cases. So I'm going to subtract 10, and you get the absolute value of x is equal to negative 9. No, it can't happen. I have to make my negative case. So I say no solution. No solution is D. Okay, 26. 6 times the absolute value of n minus 2 is equal to 10. Don't make your cases until your absolute value sign is alone. Adding 2, you should get 6 times the absolute value of n is 12. Divide by 6. The absolute value of n is 2. Now I can make my cases. N is 2 or n is negative 2. So you should have a dot at 2 and negative 2, and that is B. And lastly, number 27. We have the absolute value of D minus 3 is bigger than or equal to 2. I can make my cases right away. D minus 3 is bigger than or equal to 2, or, now I'm going to MD and F that second case. D minus 3 is less than or equal to negative 2. D is bigger than or equal to 5, or D is less than or equal to 1. If I were to graph that, and I always graph it first before you just assume that it's an or statement. You never know. Sometimes it turns into an and one, like we saw before. So if I'm bigger than or equal to 5, I'm going this way. Whoops. And if I'm less than or equal to 1, I'm going to the left. I forgot equal means color in. The match for that would be less than or equal to 1, bigger than or equal to 5. The correct answer is D. And that's the second portion of our Chapter 3 pretest.